Good evening, everyone. This is BremSter, and tonight I'm coming to you with a puzzle by the Skunkworks called Pachinko. And there's a story behind this puzzle. So as I've been saying now for probably 3 months, I've been working on a series of killer packs. And the second pack in the series is called Caging Constraints. And the concept behind that pack is that it would be killer puzzles mixed with another variant. And we'd release Skilling Sudoku, details below, still running. You can still submit solution codes where we would teach the basic concepts of killer. So all of the puzzles in that pack would be pure killer. And the second pack in the series, Caging Constraints, would be killer mixed with other variants. So because we spent months and months and months playing around with ideas, we ended up with a huge amount of puzzles. And by huge, I mean nearly 100, which is way too big for a pack. So what we've done is we've spent a couple of weeks going through and figuring out which puzzles we want to have in the pack, which puzzles we want to possibly put into the third pack, which details will come shortly, well, later, and which puzzles we want to just release back to the setters to do other things with. We tried to grab a mix and match. So it wasn't always, oh, we'll just grab the best. It was like, how many puzzles of different constraints do we have? How many whispers? How many arrows? How many of this? What different ideas can we explore? Balancing difficulties and trying to get a good flow to the pack. And a lot of the puzzles was decided what we would do is we would do them as previews. And this is the first one of those. So this is a puzzle that was created collaborative by basically many people in the Skunkworks. So a lot of the setters who were involved in the creation of the pack, and I'll get to that in a minute, were involved in creation of this puzzle. Just sitting in a Discord channel and throwing ideas at each other. What we decided is rather than include this one in the pack, I would do a video on it so that people could sort of get a feel for what's coming. This is just it's a normal puzzle video, but this is one of the puzzles that was a candidate for the pack. So the pack will hopefully come out in about a week, maybe a bit less. When I do that, we've got another puzzle that will be the release puzzle. What I'm going to try and do is I will throw a video up. I've probably already done that. I'll throw up the title of the Caging Constraints pack so that you'll see what is coming. As you can see, we'll hopefully have seen, it'll be the second pack in the series. But in the pack, there will be 15 walks in the park, so 15 introductory puzzles. There'll be 21 scenic hikes, and we normally try and do more walks than hikes, but most of the hikes in this are easier than the average hikes that we put in something like Skilling Sudoku. It's just that because the concept I have for walks in the park and scenic hikes is a walk in the park will be something that is flowing and you don't have to sort of look too far and wide, and you don't often have to combine clues. But because this is killer plus something else, by definition, you kind of have to combine clues. So things kind of got bumped into the scenic hike range, even if they were low difficulty hikes, almost by default quite often. So there's 21 scenic hikes. There are 8 treks into the wilderness, and some of those are absolutely stunning, and I'll get into that in a second. And we've even included a swim to the moon, which is a puzzle that was submitted to us, which was incredibly difficult, but the people who were able to complete it said that getting through it was absolutely fantastic. And a swim to the moon is a puzzle that is so difficult that it's like swimming to the moon. It's like we do not expect most people to be able to solve a puzzle that is a swim to the moon, but people who are expert solvers will probably find some phenomenal joy in that puzzle. So we wanted to include it. So setters involved in the pack, and this is where this is going to be a long list, but these are the people who've had puzzles put into the pack: Awesomesauce, BremSter, Chili, Derektionary, FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards, JC Godart, JeremyDover, MavericksJD, olima, Pallando, Phistomefel, Randall, Raumplaner, Riffclown, rockratzero, Sotek, Wuchain Lin, and XeonRisq. All of those people have contributed at least one puzzle to the pack. Some of them contributed over a dozen. they're no longer in the pack. We've culled down to get a balance of authors as well, as much as we can. So yeah, that's what we're doing, and it all seems to be working well. As I said, I'll do a release video soon, but I thought you would be interested in know what's coming, the setters who are involved, and all of these puzzles have been created specifically for the pack, so they will all be puzzles that you have not seen before. So you can get a feel of what we're doing. This puzzle was originally in the walks in the park category, so this one should be fairly easy. At least I hope so. I have tested this about 3 months ago, so yeah, I may have even been involved in creating this one about 3 months ago. So this is effectively a blind solve. I have solved hundreds of puzzles since I last looked at this. So let's cover the rules. So normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have killer cages, which means in cages, digits must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. Digits cannot repeat within cages, although that is not relevant for this puzzle because they can't anyway. But yeah, that's all good. On green whisper lines, adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5. The most obvious ramification of this is you can never put 5 on a whisper line. 5 lower than 5 is 0, 5 higher than 5 is 10, and in a normal Sudoku puzzle, that is not allowed. So they're the rules. Let's give this a shot. So what do I want to look at? It's probably this long line, isn't it? Because I can kind of start colouring this. So I don't know high-low, but I do know that all of these cells are going to be the same. And the reason I know that is because on a whisper line, they will always alternate below 5, above 5. Because of the 5 difference, if you pick any number lower than 5 and make a difference within 1 to 9 of 5, it will leapfrog the 5 and go to a different digit, a higher digit above 5. And if you then have a digit above 5 and you make a difference of 5, you'll leapfrog the 5 and go low. So it'll always alternate high, low, high, low. And we call that high-low polarity. So we know that these will all be the same high-low polarity, and therefore these will all be the same high-low polarity. Oh, but these are 10 cages. So a 10 cage will always be a high digit or a low digit because it's always going to be 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, or 4, 6. So if this is high, this is going to be low. If this is low, this is going to be high. So this will be green, this will be green, and this will be green. Now, I can't do that for an 11 cage because it could be 6, 5. Oh, it can't be 6, 5 because I can't put 5 on a whisper line. So I can't do 6, 7. That's too high. And I can't do 3, 4. That's too low. So this does have to be purple. And that gives me 4 purples in the row. So this has to be green. And that gives me the alternating parity along this. Every 2 along from this must be green, so these must be purple. Once this is purple, this is green because a 10 cage. This could be 5, however. Yeah, don't know about that one. This one must be purple, which means both of the, not that one, most of these must be green, which means both of those must be purple, which means that must be purple because of the alternating polarity. That must be green, which means that must be purple, which means that must be purple, and both of those must be green, which means that must be green and that must be purple. I could have come into that from this direction. Now, can I get down here? So one of those is a 5. Oh, this green, of course, makes this green. Both of these become purple. This is a 10 cage, so this becomes green. So this becomes green, and both of those become purple. Now, in a 9 cage, I could still put a 5. This is 4 greens. So this can't be another green. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I need something that so these see 4 purples, but These see 4 greens. Like, this couldn't be another green. I have to put 2 lows in here because a 3-cell 10 cage has to be 127, 136, 145, or 235. So if these are both low, so if this was a high digit, these are both low. If this is a low digit, I could put either a low or a high or a low or a 5 in here. Hang on, I've got to have 2 lows in here. I could still put 2 purple in there and have that as a green and then... Huh. Five is in one of those. $12 cage. If this was 6, 7, green is low. Green has to be low because if these were 6 and 7, then I've already hit 13 and they're the 2 lowest high digits. So green becomes blue, purple becomes yellow, and now I know. So this is a high digit. So this has to be low because I can't do a high. I can't even do a high and a 5 because a 6 and a 5 is 11 and that's too high. So this has to be a low digit. So if this is high, this is 6, 7, or 8. This is 1, 2, or 3. 11 with a low means this is 2, 3, or 4, and this is 7, 8, 9. So that has to be high because in order for this to be a 5, I'd need to put a 6 here, and that is low. Now, 2 lows, that's okay. It just means I can't use 1, 5, 6. In fact, I can't use anything with a 5 in it, but that's not that limiting. This is a high. This could still be a 5. But this is 7, 8, 9, and this is 3, 4, 5. Oh, it can't be low. This is high, these can't be low. This is 5, this is 7, and we're going. So these are 6, 8, and 9. These, oh, this can't be 6. Because if this is 6, the only digit that is 5 away from 6 is 1, and both of those would have to be 1. So this is an 8, 9 pair. But this could be 6, this being 4, this being 1, and this being 9. If this is 4, that's 9. 4, 7, 9 could work. So there's got to be some weird whisper. Oh, hang on. This has to be 1 or 2 to be 5 away. So if this is 1 or 2, this is 8 or 9. I've got to put a 4 in one of those. But I can. Now this is a 9. This is 6, 7, or 8. I can't put a 9 in a 9 cage. So this is 1, 2, or 3. If this is 6, both of those have to be 1. So that is not 6. So this is not 3. If this is 7... Oh, that's beautiful. That doesn't work either. If this is 7, on the whisper line, these would have to be 1, 2, but this would have to be a 2 to make the 9 cage work. So that is an 8, that is a 1. That makes these 2 or 3, because I can't put a 4 next to an 8. I don't know where the 4 is, but the 4 is in here with the 5. This can't be a 6, because it's not next to a 1, so this is 7 or 9. And this is an... Oh, this is a 9 because I can't, it's either 8, 3 or 9, 2, and I can't use an 8. So this is 9, this is 2, this is 7, this is 3. The 2 makes that 3. 3 can only go next to 8 or 9. 8 or 9 means this is 1 or 2. There's no 3 here, and this is the 4 because of the row. That 4 makes this 9, it makes this 6, and that 6 makes this 1. This 12 now has a 1 in it, with 2, 9, 3, 8. It can't be 2, 3, 8 because I can't put an 8 there. So this is 2 or 4, and this is 7 or 9. This is very cool. I don't remember it. This is 7 actually. So this is 9, which means this is 2. And this is the sort of stuff we were looking for with the pack, something that would have a really nice flow. That 9 makes this an 8 and this a 2, which makes this a 1, which makes this an 8. 8 can only go next to 2 or 3. No. Yeah. It could go next to 1, 2, or 3. It can't go next to 4, but there's a 1 in the box. So 2 or 3 means that this is either 6 or 7, which means it is a high digit. This is also 6 or 7. If that's a 6, that's a 1. But that's a 6-7 pair, so this is 8 or 9. It's a 6-7 pair. These are 6, 8, and 9. So those are high. These, that's a 5, and these are low because of Sudoku. So these are 2, 3, and 4. Means there's a 4 over here. Hang on, this is a 1, and this is a 3. Means 3 is right there by Sudoku, because I can't put it there or there, and the others are full. So that is a 3, which means it's low. These are 4 and 5, and that 4 gives me the order. That's the 5, that's the 4, which is 4. I was trying to do a color change by keyboard. What are these? These are 4, 5, and 6. Well, that's not 6, that's not 5, and that's not 4. That 7 means that's not 7. This is an 8, 9 pair. Oh, and the order's known. That's 9, that is 8, that is not 4. I can't put 4 in any of those because they're not next to 9. So that is the 4, that is the 6, that is the 9. So that is the 6, and that is the 1 is what I meant to say. 4, 6, 1. Let me roll that back and do that properly. So 4, these are all the low digits in the box. I can't put 4 there, so 4 has to go down here. Right, this 3 means this is 2. I got that completely wrong. So 4 has to be down here. First of all, that makes this 5, this 6, and this 4. Sorry, that was just a complete kerfuffle on my point. These are now 1 and 4. This is the 3. But I can't put a 4 next to the 8. So this is the 1, this is the 4, this becomes the 6, this becomes the 7. I'm sorry about that, everyone. This is 5, 6, and 7. I can't put 6 up there, so this is the 6, which is high. This is the 7, which is high, and this is the 5. That's because that 5 was looking up. This 3 makes this 5, so I've now got the 5 in this box. 5 is in one of those 2. Now 3 in the 10 cage means it's either, I need another 7. So 1, 6 or 2, 5, and it can't be 1, 6. So this is 2, 5. I can't put a 5 there. So this is the 5, this is the 2, this is the 4. Those are both low. I need to put a 1 in one of those 2, but it does mean that all of those are high. This is 7, 8, 9. I can't put a 9 there. This is 6, 8, 9. It's very fun. This 3 can go next to anything. Oh, this is not the 6, so this is the 6. I could have got that from the row. The 9 looks down. That is 8. That is 9. There is no 9 there. 7, 8 means that that's not 8. This is 1, 6, and 9. There's no 6 or 9 there. That is the 1. And this is a 6, 9, which is high. Really cool. Now, 8 means that this can be 1, 2, or 3, but it can't be 1 or 2. So it's 3. So this is 7, which means this is 1 or 2. The 7 makes that 8, and that's 7. This column now just needs a 5. Now 1 or 2 means that this is 8 or 9. 8 or 9 means this could be anything, 1, 2, 3, or 4, but it's 1 because there's a 2, 3, 4 in the column. So this is the 9. There is no 9 here. This is a 6. So this is the 8 and this is the 9. And that's just by Sudoku. The 9 makes that a 1. The 8 makes that a 2. This is now 3, 4, and 7. Well, 4 doesn't go with anything, so to make 10, so that goes in that order, and we know the order by the high-low. 4 is low. 2 and 3 can only go next to 7, 8, or 9. Actually, I can't put a 3 next to a 7, but I couldn't put a 7 in there anyway. The 9 looks up making this 8 and 2, and that all is still working. 5 is right here. So these are 3, 4, and 7. Can't put 4 in those, so that becomes the 4, which is low. 3 and 7 is known by the 3 in box 1, so that is high and low. The 2 and 4 make that 3, 2, and 4. This 9 looks down, making this 6 and 9. This is a 6 to complete the box. 1 and 9. Yep, 9 and 1, so that is high and low. And this box, I need to put a 2 somewhere. That's the 2, which is low. I need to put a 4 somewhere, which looks like it's got to be there, so that's low. These are both high digits, and I need to put in 6 and 8. So that'll be the 6, that will be the 8, and that is how you solve Pachinko. So as I said, that was one of the walks in the park. Really nice interaction of using the killer cages with the whisper lines. Yeah, I don't remember being involved in the creation of this one. I may have been. It's the sort of thing that I like to create, but it was months ago. And other people would have been involved as well, because yeah, that's a really nice flow. I like that one a lot. I hope you do too, and I hope it's whet your appetite for the 50 or so killer plus variant puzzles we've got coming for you. And yeah, while most of them are a little bit harder than this, we feel that most of them are going to be solvable by most solvers. And as I said, there's some amazing setters in there. Yeah. So hopefully you're looking forward to it all. I'll have some more details when I do the release video. I'm hoping to record that in a couple of days. I don't need to have the pack fully finished to do that, but we'll see how it all goes. Thank you everyone for watching. If you've got any questions or comments or anything, of course, feel free to reach out on Discord, on the Puzzle Plaza. My email address is below, comments. You know how to reach me. Please like the video and remember to subscribe if you want updates. If you want to get details of when packs are released or when I'm releasing bonus videos, I had a lot of puzzles that I cut from the pack, so you can expect my BremSter unpublished puzzle video list to get a few puzzles from there. Yeah, feel free to sign up to my Twitter, BremSter Puzzles, also the details below. So yeah, lots of ways of getting new puzzles. Hope you're enjoying them all, and as always, good luck with your solving.